What's up, y'all? My name is Genesis Denise Hill, the melanated multi-hyphenate, and I've partnered with True Star to give y'all a new show where we will be interviewing every extraordinary youth from Chicago you can imagine, called Content, Culture, Life. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Genesis Denise Hale, the melanated multi-hyphenate, and you are watching Content, Culture, Life. Today, we got my homeboy, Marquis Hill, also known as Real MJ Hill, a 17-year-old motivational speaker, author, and entrepreneur. Marquis started making motivational videos as an 8th grader following an incident that had forced him to take a break from his beloved sport, basketball. The incident that would, have ordinarily derail others pushed Marquis to do more in pursuit of his passion for motivational speaking. His viral TikTok videos with more than 1.5 million views brought him to the limelight, featured him on the NBA network of TNT with Shaquille O'Neal, Candace Parker, Dwayne Wade, and Adam Lefkoe. Marquis, author of books You Have Genius Ability Within You and It's a Good Day to Be Great, has continued with the pursuit of being the most inspiring motivational speaker in the world, or one of them, and making an impact through both of his clothing brands, Genius Pilot Academy and Love Yourself. What's going on, Marquis? How you feeling?
What's going on, Genesis? How you doing? I'm feeling great.
I'm wonderful. What's going on? All right, so look. So today we have 3 sections: content, culture, and life. So first, what has been the most unexpected part of your journey so far?
The most unexpected part, it definitely had to be the summer of my 8th grade year. Like for me, I started making, these daily motivational videos in, my 8th grade year in middle school. And, it started off just for fun, right? I just love putting a smile on other people's faces. Like, that's just who I am, right?
And is that your favorite part of motivational speaking?
My favorite part, I say my favorite part is the impact. Like the impact, on the kids. Like when I first started doing the videos, at first I wasn't getting any views on the videos. Like the videos might get, 10 views, right? Like 5 likes, grandma one of them. Like at first, everybody laughing at the videos in my school, it just wasn't the popular thing to do. But like as I stayed consistent with it, right? As I kept going, I just started to see kids would DM me like, yo, your video just really inspired me. Like, yo, I was really going through a hard time in my life. You really just inspire me. And it would be kids when I go and speak at different schools. Like I remember, it was some kids that would come to me like, man, I've been watching your videos for such a long time. Thank you for what you do. And it's like, you never know, how much you're impacting somebody, but it's like when you just yourself and, you're staying true to who you are, you following your purpose, you following your dream, you go touch a lot of people. But I would say like the impact, touching the kids, that's like my favorite part about it.
Was this before or after you started doing the push-up videos with no shirt?
Before or after? Nah, this was before. So at first I was just doing them, like vertical, right? Just got my phone in my hand, recording like that.
Laughing at you breaking down the diamond push-ups with no shirt. I don't think.
Right. No, I just started off like regular shot, me just holding my phone, going outside in front of my house, and eventually I just started to implicate that into the videos, right? I was like, look, let's add a little bit of flavor to it. Let's make it exciting.
Okay.
Like when somebody sees somebody doing push-ups on their timeline, you go stop. Like, who is this young kid doing push-ups in the street, talking that talk, right? You go stop and watch that video. So like after the first couple of videos, I got some great responses off of it. People, started knowing me for it. They started calling me the push-up guy. And, I was cool with it, like.
Push-up guy?
Right.
Crazy. I'm not going to lie. That's
yeah.
Wild. That is crazy. All right, so look, that was amazing. You did great. Do you affirm yourself daily?
I do.
If so, like, what are the things that you say to keep yourself motivated?
So for me, one thing that I do, because I don't do a lot of, the positive affirmations, like in the mirror every single day. Mm-hmm. But like one thing I always remind myself is I'm proud of you. Right? Like that was one thing I had to always tell myself, because I'm a person, I'm hard on myself. Like I'm a perfectionist in everything I do. When I was in school, I wanted a 95. I wanted a 100 if I got a 95. Like for me in sports, if I did something wrong in the game, even if I had a great game, I was a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. So like for me, I just had to always remind myself, like, I'm proud of you for how far you came. Right? Like you may not be where you want to be right now, but be proud of where you are in this current moment, So for me, it was just always reminding myself, like, I'm proud of you for how far you came, for not giving up and for continuing to pursue your dream. But that's one thing I always remind myself.
Okay. Why do you choose mental health, or why choose mental health or mental wellness as your method of service?
That was one thing, that I struggle with myself. Like I just mentioned, I was always very hard on myself. Like my teachers would tell you when I would go into school, no matter how good I did on the test, no matter how good I did on the quiz, I was in the back of the class beating myself up because I didn't get a good grade. Like when I got home, I would still be, just going through my mind like, man, you could have done this better. You could have done this better. Just beating myself up, tearing myself down. So it's like for me, I had to overcome that and just start, giving myself grace. Like getting comfortable with the fact that I'm not going to be perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to mess up. Whether that was in school, whether that was in sports, even when I first started speaking, like I'm not going to be perfect and I'm okay with that. And it's like when I became okay with not being perfect and I started embracing my imperfections, like I wanted to teach that to other kids, right? To like my generation and the youth. Because a lot of us go through that. Like a lot of us go through, just that mentally. Like we want to be perfect. We want to please other people. We want to please our parents. Like we want to do so many things. And sometimes that can lead to us tearing ourselves down. But, I just believe in now building yourself up and, affirming yourself.
This question might seem repetitive or redundant, but what do the days look like when you're not motivated and what's the fix for it?
On the days I'm not motivated, a lot of video games. A lot of watching YouTube, scrolling on TikTok, just a lot of wasted time. And a lot of times at the end of the day, I am disappointed in myself. Like there's some days where I'm like, yo, you didn't do anything today. You have these big goals, you have these big dreams, but you didn't, go all in with it today. But at the same time, it's also finding that balance between, did you need this rest day? Like maybe you've been going hard for 6 days, give yourself a break, right? And I think like that's one thing that I'm trying to learn now is, understanding when I need to take a break, for my mental health, like for my well-being, when I gotta, put social media down, put work down and just chill, just to have, quality time doing things that bring me a lot of happiness and joy. Like I love, speaking, I love doing the things that I do, but you got to give yourself a break sometimes and, like give yourself time for yourself.
That's very valid. And a lot of people need to really understand that. Okay, so let's get into you traveling to speak to all these schools.
Yeah.
Because, yes, you are a TikTok influencer, but also you got motion. You moving around.
Right.
So what is, like, the craziest thing that you've experienced while traveling to talk to these schools?
The craziest thing? I don't know if you would define it as crazy, but it was crazy to me, and it was very touching. I remember I went and spoke to a school, and, after I got done speaking, I was taking, pictures with some of the kids, and this girl, she came up to me, and she was crying. And I'm like, what you crying for? Like, you good? You okay? And she was like, no, your speech really touched me. She was like, like the words that you said, like what you were talking about really touched me. And I really need to hear that. Like, I really need you to come to my school today. And like to see that I could have that type of impact on somebody, to see somebody, crying emotional off of something that I said, for me, it was just a really touching experience. Like, I felt blessed to be able to have an impact on somebody like that. So I would say, like, that was my crazy experience.
That was crazy. Did you cry too? You was in the car. You was like, oh, my God.
I got a little emotional. I was like, you gonna make me cry. You feel me?
That's how it be. I totally understand. All right. So my last question of this section. Do you feel that you have mastered the art of self? Breaking that down, my whole thing, Genesis's whole thing is mastering the art of self before mastering the art of circle. Right. Which means get cool with yourself or you get cool with everybody else.
Facts.
Do you feel like you are at a place where you are content with who you are as a person from beginning to now? Not from, going forward, but just for right now. Do you feel like you good?
I feel like I'm always progressing. I feel like I will never truly have it all figured out, but I feel like I'm making progress. Like for me, like I was saying earlier, I strive not to be perfect, just to make progress. So like for me, I'm just looking to understand myself more, and as I understand myself more, as I love myself more, like you said, I can connect with more people. But it's, it's a daily journey. I make mistakes, I mess up daily, and I learn and I grow. So, it's just part of the process.
Right. I mean, but every day is a good day to be great.
Come on.
And speaking of, you have 2 books out.
Yeah.
So please tell us about these books.
I got you. So On my first book, it's called You Have Genius Ability Within You. And I wrote that when I was 15. And pretty much like, this was my first book. I wanted to just put out what I was doing on my videos in a book form. I had never written a book before. You know, like for me, writing a book was something that I didn't even believe I could do at first. Because I'm like, writing a book, being an author, like, you know, I'm a speaker, right? I'm a content creator. So it's like going through that entire process. It took me about like, you know, a year to actually complete the entire thing. And I just wanted to start out with 28 days of motivation, like a month's worth of motivation every day, just something quick, positive for you to read to get your day started off right. And like a lot of kids, it really touched them. Like, and it was crazy to me because I was doubting myself a lot throughout the process, but to see another kid get the book, read the book, send me a message, you know, talk to me in person, like, man, I really love that. Like, man, I love what you created. Like, man, that really just touched me. Like, that meant the world to me. So, like, that was my first book. And my second book, It's a Good Day to Be Great. I wanted to, you know, just take it up another level. Like, I felt like just me as a speaker, you know, me as an author, I've grown so much. I wanted to take it from 28 days to 365, right? Like, every single day, here's some motivation. Every single day, I want you to read this quick word of motivation, write down your thoughts, write down your plan for the day, and make the day great. Because I feel like that's one thing we all have control of, right? And every day may not look really productive, but you know what, you know, productivity looks like to you. Like, you know, all right, this is the energy I have today. I'm going to give 100% of that energy. You feel me? It might not be, you know, I'm at 110%. I got all the energy in the world, but maybe today I'm tired, but I'm still going to give 100% to whatever I got to do. And it's just like, you know, like that's what it is. So it's a good day to be great. 365 days every day. It's a good day to be great.
Right. Homeboy said we not doing 6 months.
Nah.
We're not doing 3 months. No increment. Just straight year.
Come on.
All right. So good. Wait. So you have a book, right? You have 2 books, but you also have a brand, right? You dripped out in the whole love yourself vibe
Lows.
situation.
Y'all see it? Yep.
Please tell me about that. Like, how do you feel? How do you hope for the Love Yourself brand to expand, or do you have any goals you want to reach with that brand? Like, what's going on?
So for like the Love Yourself brand, I recently dropped my first pair of shoes, the Love Yourself lows, and like the whole purpose behind my brand, because I feel like that's the real, you know, like that's what I love most about my brand. The reason why I started it, you know, like loving yourself and loving your imperfections and really focusing on your mental health. That's what I'm all about. So like for me, I feel like clothing is one way we say so many words without saying a single thing. Like when I walk in with a Love Yourself hoodie on, you like, oh man, he must love himself, right? He must feel that, right? And whoever sees that, they go read it and be like, man, do I love myself? Am I loving myself today? Like that's what I wanted to create with Love Yourself. So for me, you know, I just see the Love Yourself lows being global, right? I made them $50 because I want everybody to be able to get them. A lot of kids hitting me up like, yo, man, all these brands, you know, they have really high prices. I'm like, no, I'm going to make my brand affordable so everybody can have it, so we can keep spreading this message to the world, right? So, like, for me, the plan right now, I want to, you know, continue, you know, getting the Love Yourself lows out. I got 4 different colorways coming out pretty soon.
All right.
Yeah, we just got the samples in, so I'm excited for it. And then, you know, for me, in Atlanta, I want to open up my own store. I want to have my own store in Atlanta. And, you know, I want to get in some malls. I want to get Love Yourself global. Come back to the city, you know, like come back to my hometown and have a store here as well. Like, I just want to have Love Yourself as many places I can possibly get it. I want to be walking in the airport. I see somebody with the Love Yourself lows on, right? I want to be out of town at a speaking engagement, see somebody with the hoodie on. So that's where I see Love Yourself.
That is fire.
Yeah.
I feel like, do you, it's kind of an off-book question, but I know it's going to take time, and it's going to make some adjustments to expand that way. You mentioned that you have their $50 because you want everybody to, you know, be able to afford them.
Definitely.
But I'm like, at what point, what do you do if you feel like that has to change?
I think I'll always keep my products that are lower price. I think I'll always keep my products that are affordable. You know, and of course I'll have my products that higher ticket, you know, like that may cost more, but I still want my product to be, you know, available for everybody. Like my brand is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter if you even got $10 to give me, if you want a hoodie, I'm still gonna give you the hoodie. Like at my pop-up shops, if somebody come up to me like, man, I don't got it today, you know what, go ahead and take it. I want you rocking this. I want you loving yourself. I want you telling the next person to love themselves. So, like, that's what I'm all about. So I think, you know, it'll just take adjustments, you know, but, you know, we'll figure it out.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Fire. All right, child. So, look, we got through all these questions. it's time to get into these games. There's technically more questions, but let's get into it. All right, so now that we've got out of that content, we're finna give you some culture, right? We trying to see how much Chicago is still in you, because I know you've been down south for a long time.
For a little minute.
They done took my boy out the States. It's all right, it's cool. So, all right, so our first question is, does all Heralds taste the same?
Nah.
Good answer. What are 3 things people ask you once they hear that you're from Chicago?
Do I know Herb? Do I know King Von?
Absolutely.
And then am I from Obla? That's how they say Obla.
Yeah. Okay. Name 5 famous Chicago rappers.
Chance the Rapper, Ye, Lil Durk, Polo G.
Yeah.
I said you heard already?
No, you didn't, but that's a good one.
I heard.
All right, cool. So name 4 different definitions or 4 different ways you could use "you good."
You good. Me and my homie go out to get something to eat. He looking hungry. Yo, you good? He needs some bread. You good?
That's 2 or that's 1?
No, that's 1.
Okay.
Somebody say something that confuse me or like that irritate me.
Yeah.
Looking at him like, you good?
That's that one.
Let's see. Another one, like I'm validating somebody. Like my homeboy, like he just, like he tripping right now. I'm like, yo, you good? You good? And then, then when I'm about to get physical with him.
You about to get physical?
Oh,
yeah,
like bro, you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
A little change in the pitch and the voice.
Yeah, you know a little something. But a little deep. He's like, you cool? Right. Okay, name 3 popular dances that originated in Chicago.
3 popular dances. Percolator. Bop.
Yeah.
And then footwork, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A little bit.
All right, okay. And then the last one is a little complicated, but what does woo 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 mean in the sentence?
Woo woo woo.
So like for clarity, if I was like somebody came up to me yesterday and they was talking about you and they told me about your shirt and your shoes and like everything, and it was like woo woo woo, what that mean?
It's just part of the story. It's like a transition kind of, you know what I'm saying, in the story, like it's just an add-on.
You got it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's like et cetera a little
right.
bit. Yeah. Okay, cool. So this one is just a Chicago speed round, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you about maybe 4 to 6 different words.
Okay.
And you gotta tell me how Chicago people say them. You ready?
Bet.
All right. So car.
Car.
4.
4.
Finna. Going to.
Finna. Like that's how you say it, ain't it?
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's very Chicago in me. Lying.
Capping.
You got it. Crazy.
You tweaking.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
How you say it?
Tomorrow.
Yeah. And are you okay?
You straight?
Yeah. Yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
That's it. They got you. We got a little bit of you still. I'm proud of that.
A little bit still.
They trying to take you down. Also, when you here's Uncle Remus. Don't piss me off, bro. Do not disappoint me.
I feel like my answer gonna disappoint you though.
I don't know. That's why I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm letting you know that there could be a wrong answer, or just tell me where you from for real.
West Side.
Okay, I think I know your answer.
You know what I'm going with. Uncle Remus.
See, this is what we talking about. Okay, and then what's your order from Uncle Remus?
Usually go like a 3-piece. Fries, mild sauce.
You getting the 3-piece for like your little brother or something? Or what?
You got jokes. You got jokes.
Yeah, I'm asking because who get a 3-piece? Where you getting a 3-piece from?
You know what I'm saying? 3-piece, I think that's good for me. I ain't never eat it like that. Sometimes. But yeah, Uncle Remus give me a nice little 3-piece.
So you walk up there on purpose and be like, let me get a 3-piece. And they be like, yeah, I know what that means.
On purpose. You got jokes for real.
I know. I'm just saying you intentionally go into Uncle. First of all, you went into Uncle Remus. That's first. You went there.
You seem like you're disappointed in Uncle Remus.
I'm not. I'm not disappointed in
Okay.
you. It's just
You just leaning more towards Harold's.
like why? Okay, but you know it's from where you from. You from Wild West, so it's
Yup.
okay. It's fine.
Mhm.
But you walk in there and you say, I am going to get a 3-piece anything
Yeah.
with intention.
Yeah.
Yes, you manifest that for yourself.
With confidence. Let me get a 3-piece, fries, mild sauce.
I don't see that. I've never heard anybody do that. But okay, that's understandable. That's a blessing. All right.
A blessing.
I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to help you out because it doesn't make any sense to me, Marquis. All right, it's cool. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. That has been content, culture, life. Okay. Honestly, I'm done at this point because who is getting a 3? If y'all ever gonna get a 3, please tell me. Like on
bamboozled.
purpose. Who?
You bamboozled. What's your order?
I am confuzzled. First of all, it's 6-piece mayo, fried hard, lemon pepper mayo sauce. Very simple. You say that all in one word. Like that's literally one word.
Okay, I feel that.
That's what it is.
We're going to have to try that then. I'm going to have to try that then.
Yes, because I got you. Because Jaquil was on here one time, and
Yeah.
he said some outlandish stuff. That wasn't as outlandish as that. But you cool. You all right. Okay, cool. Let's get into the live section.
Let's go. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Marquis Hill, a.k.a. Real MJ Hill, and I'm at Longfellow Elementary, my former elementary school. Y'all, we about to go in here and impact the kids. The energy is about to be unmatched, so y'all come watch the impact we make, y'all. Let's get it. I need y'all to say great. Y'all ready? Yeah. Let's go. It's a good day to be. It's a good day to be. It's a good day to be. Let's go. Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up. Let's go. Oh, I love the energy.
At 17, you are an established influencer. Can you give any advice on why teens should finish school as opposed to following an influential career?
I mean, I think for me, it's just been a balance. You know, like for me, it's been all about finding a balance between, you know, focusing on being a motivational speaker and an influencer and a content creator, but also prioritizing my education, prioritizing school, making sure I'm on top of my work. So I just think it's something that you got to practice. You know, like I create myself a schedule, create myself a to-do list, you know, like that helps me really stay on top of things. But, you know, it's just a balance. You know, like once you find a good balance, you know, you're going to go a long way.
What if they feel like, you know, school is hard and they like, I just don't want to do it. My teachers annoy me. All
Right.
That stuff.
I mean, for me, you gotta find your why, right? You gotta find your reason for doing it. Like for some kids, it's not, you know, a big enough reason. Just like I want to get a good grade in this class. Maybe it's like, okay, I saw how hard my mother worked to make sure she could provide me, get me to school. So let me do it for my mom. Right? Like I see, you know, that maybe my family, they didn't do well in school, but I can change that. Let me do that for my family tree. You feel me? It's like you got to find, you know, your why, your reason, you know, just behind it. And then just like let your why drive you. Like that's one thing I always say, let your why drive you in whatever you do.
All right, valid. That's a valid thing. All right, but okay, since you already graduated high school,
Yup.
what are your plans for the future?
Yeah, I think about this often. For me, like my plan right now, I want to go 2 years all in on motivational speaking, continuing scaling my clothing brand, you know, like writing my books, promoting my books. And then I do want to go back to school and major in something that I'm passionate about. Like for me, like, I mean, right now, I know I'm interested in psychology if I was to go to school, right? I'm interested in like television, filmmaking if I go to school. So like right now I'm just kind of seeing, you know, like where life takes me. Maybe in 2 years I'm interested in something else. I want to go back to school for that, but that's the plan right now. Go all in on what I'm doing, you know, give 100%, build a really strong foundation, and then go back to school, get my degree in something I'm passionate about.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it first, y'all. Marquis said he finna take 2 years. I've never heard anybody take 2 years. Well,
Yeah.
no, I've seen it. 2
Sometimes,
years,
yeah.
You think that's enough time for you to just?
I think that's enough
voila?
time for me to like really, you know, go full on, give it everything I got. Like for me, I'm a just huge believer in when you got momentum, keep it. Right? Like go even harder. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like when you on the court and you cooking, keep feeding him the ball. Like if my shooting guard hot, I'm gonna keep feeding him the ball, right? So for me, I just want to keep that momentum going. And then like another thing that I'm very, you know, I kind of think about this, I dream about it. I want to have a doctor behind my name, in front of my name. Like I want to be called Dr. Hill, right? Like my uncle, he has a doctor in front of his name, and it's like it's different. Like when people, you know, talk to him, when they speak to him, they got to put that in front of his name because of the work that he put in, because of the foundation, you know, that he laid for himself. So that's another reason I really want to go back to school.
That's fire.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Hill.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, man. You know what? We thank you so much for coming on this show.
Yeah.
And giving us all that you have to give us. We are so proud of you.
Yeah.
And we look forward to it. I definitely look forward to it. Just know, though, I will bust you in the court. I don't think you want that from me.
Let's be for real.
I'm real life D1. You trying to, I'm trying to be so for real.
Let's be for real.
Let's be for real.
One-on-one after this interview.
I got you. No,
it's
no problem.
It's
Watch
done.
this.
Bet.
On Mike Green. What do you say? Content Culture Life. Nah. All right, y'all. That's been Content Culture Life. Where can the people find you?
You can find me on all social media at Real MJ Hill. That's REAL MJ Hill. And then if you want to shop my clothing, it's www.loveyourself.shop. So that's LOVEYASELF.SHOP. Loveyourself.shop.
All right.
Let's get it.
That's it, y'all. It's your girl, Genesis Denise Hale, the melanated multi-hyphenate. And that has been, for the last time, Content Culture Life.
Let's go.